Welcome to Taurus Wisdom Tarot. My name's Amber and I welcome you. I welcome you if you're new or you are returning. I'm going to cleanse my hands one more time because I feel the energy is it's a little heavy, a little bit rebellious too, is kind of what I'm feeling. So I pulled some cards before I started recording. And we have inner strength in reverse. We also have burdens. And we have shadow work again. So I'm already feeling the same energy. That same energy is around that showed up in the most recent reading that I posted. Shadow work showing up again. And then I clarified the inner strength. I clarified the inner strength with the Nine of Wands, and it was then the burdens was clarified with the Page of Cups in reverse, and then shadow work was clarified by the Eight of Swords and the Judgment in the reverse. So I'm already picking up that there's a struggle that's happening, right? So the last reading that I did, I talked about the aspects of self and how there's some energy in this reading and in these readings here lately of the spirit is summoning you to do some inner work. And with inner strength showing up here in reverse, automatically shows me someone's fighting it. Someone's fighting the burdens that they have suppressed and ignored for so long. Now, when I looked at the bottom of the deck of the Realist Oracle, after I pulled those cards, you have stuck in reverse, you have indulge in reverse, community in reverse, and then outer strength in the upright. So that already tells me right there that somebody is more in their masculine energy right now. Now, the time of year that it is, this is a very feminine time of year. This is the time to go internal. It's cold outside. Things are dying. People aren't really moving around a whole lot. This is a very internal time of year. Someone is fighting the internal work. Someone's fighting the shadow work. Someone is staying so busy with their external world that they are avoiding the inner work that needs to be done. And the reason that the spirit has asked you and summoned you to do this work, it's because you asked. You asked for it. I literally heard when I was pulling these cards and sitting with this energy that you asked for it. There's something that you asked for. There's something that you want in this lifetime, and you've asked the divine for it. You've gotten on your knees, you've written it down, you've made vision boards, you've taken pictures of it and put it on your phone. You've done all kinds of things. You're visualizing about it. There's something that you're wanting. And I don't feel like you've been able to manifest it in your 3D reality yet because there is a missing piece. There is intellect that you have not gained access to because you haven't completed the chapter. You haven't beat that level yet. You haven't accessed that level. And the divine is like, I'm going to give you what you want, but you've got to be able to do what needs to be done to have what you want. You got to become what you want. You can want what you want all you want, but what you see in your reality, what you see in your life and in front of you and around you, what you experience in this reality, this physical reality, is a reflection of what's inside of here. So until this gets aligned with what you say you want, you're not going to see that outside of you, because you won't be able to manage it. You may not even be able to see that it's arrived if you have not internally aligned yourself with what it is that you want. So with this energy out here, I'm automatically seeing that there is a judgment call that's you're refusing to make. And I'm also hearing, I was hearing earlier that I can hear someone saying, well, I don't have time to be in my feminine. I don't have time to be, sitting around crying and feeling and being in my emotions. Well, guess what? If you don't have time to do what needs to be done to be who you need to be to manifest what you want, it's not going to come in. You're going to stay in an energy of feeling stuck, and you're going to stay in an energy of feeling lost. I do not mean to come off hard and super like straight, but I do mean to come off straight because in my readings, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like, that's what life is about. It's about learning, it's about having fun, it's about expanding, exploring, and expressing. But sometimes there is work to be done. And it doesn't have to be a punishment. This isn't a punishment. I feel like somebody also feels like this is a punishment. This isn't a punishment. This is literally a gift. Spirit is like, okay, you want what you want. You're have to do some things you've never done before, because what you're asking for, your higher self is telling you, okay, what we're trying to do, what you're saying that you want, we've never technically been there in this particular experience, in this incarnation. So we have got to do some things in this particular incarnation in order to be able to magnetize those types of experiences and people and money and finances and relationships and all that different stuff into the reality in which we live in. So you got to do some things you ain't never done before to get where you've never been before, is what Spirit says. So I'm going to clarify these cards some more and see what else the divine wants to speak about or wants to say, what else is coming through on the cards. There's lots of heaviness here. It's like I just keep hearing like avoidance. And then like the last reading I did, I taught it, there was a part of the title that said ride the waves of wisdom. Spirit is like, I got so much intellect, I got so much information, so many gems, so much wisdom. If you would just ride the waves and trust that I got you, you ain't gonna fall. You ain't gonna drown. Okay? Read about, learn about, within, West African spirituality. Read about Yemoya. Okay? She's the mama. She's got you. She's got you. She's not gonna let you drown. She takes care of her children. Put a little bit of peppermint in your water when you take a bath. Know that you are covered. Know that you are protected. And that you can go into the depths of your emotions. You're going to be okay. You're going to come out. You're going to come out. Somebody's afraid that they're going to go in and not come out. You're going to come out. And when you come out, you're going to know and have learned about aspects of yourself that you wish you had known before. But you're going to be grateful that you know it now. There's no reason to be afraid of your own emotions. Clarify the inner strength in reverse and the Nine of Wands. You got the Three of Cups. What is the Three of Cups? The Moon. Yeah, you can't see it right now, but there's a celebration coming. There's a joyous moment of satisfaction, of good fortune. There's a huge reward that's coming in for you. Spirit is just asking you to trust. Like, trust is what I'm hearing. But you can't really see at this time with the moon card being here. Everything just still seems like maybe a dream or a long or a far away dream, something that's just in the air. Like, I'm never going to be able to have that. I want it, but I'm never going to be able to have that. But I feel like if you do this internal work, you will start to tap into the energy of believing that you can actually have what you want and it's not just some fantasy. So Spirit is saying here that with the Three of Cups and the Moon, you don't actually see all of what Spirit has in store for you. There's a lot of pieces here that are remaining a mystery. You got the Queen of Wands and you got the Page of Swords. I'm hearing that with the Queen of Wands and the Page of Swords, Spirit is asking you, your higher self is asking you to trust it because it's done many of lifetimes before this one and will continue to do lifetimes after this one. All of them are existing right now, here, right now. And your higher self is over them all. So your higher self has wisdom that your temporal, fleeting human self doesn't quite have the remembrance and the knowledge and knowing of, right? So that is a part of this experience and being in the dream space of life is to surrender and trust higher self, trust the divine. And with the Page of Swords here, it's like have confidence in your higher self's intelligence because the page is like the younger energy of the court cards, right? It's been here before. It's what it's saying. Your higher self, the divine, is like, I've been here before. Just trust me. I got you. Um, have the confidence. Have the self determination and a firm self because you trust. Okay? Practice believing until you know that I got you, is what your higher self is saying. It's what the divine is saying. The divine is like, I'm not going to let you fall. Someone's not trusting because they're like, I can't see it. I can't feel it. Ooh, that seems scary. What if I don't come out of it? I've never, I've never, allowed myself to feel that deep before, or I've never allowed myself to just cry and cry and cry. Like, what if I don't stop crying? Spirit is like, you're going to stop crying. It's going to pass. Everything passes. Everything comes and everything goes. Everything comes and everything goes. Everything goes, then it comes. Like, there's a constant movement of everything. Change is inevitable. Spirit is asking you to trust. Wow. What's this about? We got the Temperance, the Devil, and the High Priestess all in reverse. Yeah, High Priestess being here, there is a fear of having emotional control, like lacking emotional control. There is a strong energy of someone that is afraid of their emotions. Afraid. Keeping themselves so busy with external things just to not feel. And then you have the Devil here in reverse. It's like, I'm afraid that I'm going to become obsessed with almost like being sad. And Spirit is saying, and if you do, that's okay. Like, everything is perfect as it is. And trusting and believing that your guides, your angels, they're going to get you through it. But you got to go through it to get through it. And you have the Temperance here in reverse as well. It's like the fear of overreacting. There's like this cluster of major arcanas all in the reverse is showing fear of spiraling out of control and not being able to balanced self or feel comfortable. But what spirit is saying is that what you want, you can't stay comfortable. What you're desiring to experience in this life, the dreams that you have, you're not going to be able to stay comfortable and get what you want. You got the Two of Swords. Yeah, it's like you want to know where you're going all the time. Two of Swords, you want to know which path to take all the time before you even get there. There's just a lack of trust in the divine. There's a lack of trust in the divine when it comes to internal exploration. That really came out in the reverse, the Tower card. And it's funny because the last reading, the Tower card came out in the reverse too. So I just feel like Spirit is like, you know what? We're going back in on the same energy again. Okay. Somebody in the back didn't hear. You want what you want, just do some things that you've never done before. You want what you've never had before, let's get into it. Let's do it. So I feel like the same energy, but even more intense, is coming out right now. The Tower card came out in reverse. It's the fear of removing self from comfortable belief systems, feeling limited, feeling restricted, self imposed confinement, refusing to change, finding every reason to hold on to this old self concept. It's like the ego is holding on for dear life to what it knows already, because it's like, I don't know what you're trying to do over there, but we've been doing this over here. And this is where we're comfortable. This is what we know. But the divine is asking you to shed that, to do some work. Eight of Pentacles. Do some work on soothing your ego. It's a part of self mastery, soothing your ego, telling it what you need to tell it so that it backs off a little bit, so you can open up, and be that channel that you need to be to receive the guidance. I don't know if I said this earlier, because sometimes I'll be lost in the sauce when I be doing these readings, but I have another channel called Empress Expressions, and I have several pieces of information over there where I channel, messages. I don't use tarot cards, but I channel messages. I give insight. I give different signs, and just I provide support to the collective in navigating a very intentional spiritual journey. So if this is resonating with you, go check out Empress Expressions. And if you're feeling it and vibing with it, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. And you can keep up with some of the stuff that I post over there as well. And it can also support you in these readings, because I do notice, it kind of they kind of play off of each other. The energy that I put out on the channel at Empress Expressions, and then the messages that I receive when I'm doing these readings. So you have the Hangman here. Yeah, it's like breaking free from the past, looking at something from a different perspective, um, releasing stagnation, learning the lessons, receiving the insight and the enlightenment with the page of, not page, but with the Hangman. Ace of Swords in reverse. What is the Ace of Swords here for? You got the Four of Swords in reverse. Yeah, Four of Swords in reverse, clarifying the Ace of Swords in reverse tells me that somebody don't want to sit still long enough to get insight because they're afraid. You can't, and I'm not laughing at you, but it's just the message is coming through so clear, and this resonates with me. I've been in these spaces before of I don't have time for that. I ain't got time to be sitting around crying and in my feelings. I've got shit to do. You know what I'm saying? I've definitely been there before. And so Ace of Swords clarified by the Four of Swords, it's like it's a continued movement and action of external go, 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 go. There's no rest. There's no rest with the Four of Swords in reverse. And there's no truth to be had. There is sabotage and unclear thinking when the Ace of Swords is in reverse. So you may have tricked yourself at this point that you are on the right track, but that's your ego holding on for dear life to not change. And the divine is asking you to take a break, sit into meditation, sit still, feel the feels, because there's wisdom in the emotions, there's wisdom in the waves. Anything else? You got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse and you have the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like, at this point in time, I feel like Spirit has tried to summon you to do this work several times. And now it's just kind of coming off as laziness. It's coming off as an insecurity in your spirituality. It's coming off as an insult on your higher self that you're not willing to give and take. You know what I'm saying? The Six of Pentacles here. The divine, your higher self is like, I'm ready to give. Like, I want to give you everything that you're asking for. You okay, Tango? Tango has asthma. The divine, your higher self is like, I want to give you everything that you're asking for. But the Queen of Pentacles in reverse is like, but you're being lazy and stagnant. You don't want to do the work. You don't want to make the shifts and the changes that are necessary, being very short-sighted in how you're supposed to get to where you want to go. And I feel like there is this trickery that's going on within you where the ego is playing tricks on you to make you think that what you're doing is going to get you where you want to go. But in all reality, you're just comfortable. You're comfortable. And the divine is asking you to be uncomfortable. The divine is asking you to do the things that you don't want to do, that you don't usually do. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, the divine just wants to give it to you. Yep. I'm seeing with the Six of Pentacles, like you're gonna have so much gratitude for the journey, for your experience, for learning more about yourself. Because this is also back to like the aspects that were showing up in the previous reading, where I was talking about all these aspects of yourself that are coming up, and they're like, you know, they're like coming up for air. You know what I'm saying? Like, what about me? What about me? What about me? Or if you're thinking about a garden and you have these plants that are starting to pop up all over the place, those are the aspects of yourself. You're the soil. All the roots and the root system are all intertwined together. That's you. But these other pieces of you are coming up and they're wanting attention. You don't necessarily have to activate and play into them, but they're needing to be integrated and accepted so that you can master self. Anything else? Let's see. We're going to get a closeout message. I didn't want to see what was at the bottom of this deck at this point. Nine of Pentacles, the Judgment in the upright. Three of Swords. Yeah, the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. It definitely talks about like unwise decisions and like hasty decisions, meaning that it goes back to like the Four of Swords in reverse and the Ace of Swords in reverse. It's like not taking the time for stillness to receive the truth, to receive the higher wisdom, so that you can move into a space of abundance, so that you can move into a new direction. You got the Judgment card here. Maybe some of you are needing to heal heartbreak. You got the Three of Swords here. You got the Four of Pentacles, which is like it's time to not hold on to something so tight anymore. This is the ego trying to hold on to what it knows, the old stories. And don't get me wrong, the ego is necessary. That's why I say you need to learn how to soothe it, because the ego is necessary in this experience. The ego keeps you safe, but you've got to know how to manage your ego. You've got to know how to soothe your ego. You've got to know how to feed your ego the good shit. Okay, not the fearful shit, not the fear and the rejection and the fear of abandonment and self-doubting. Okay, we're going to clarify with this Luna del Sol deck. Spirit, what closeout messages do you have for the Taurus collective? What closeout messages do you have for the Taurus collective? We're going to do 3 cards. For this, Four of Pentacles. Okay. So you got the Four of Disc, you got which is the Four of Pentacles, you got the Ten of Pentacles, and you have the Fool card. So with the Four of Pentacles, there is, if you look at this card, there's a guy standing there. He has like balls or ornaments or something in his hand. But there's also a key right there on the floor. And he's kind of looking around like, or, looking like, damn, how am I gonna get the key? I gotta drop something. In order to get out of this room, to get out of this self-confinement, to get out of this mental captivity, I'm gonna have to drop one of these things that are in my hand so I can pick up this key and open the door. I feel like that is the message. What are you willing to let go of so that you can receive the insight to move forward? You got the Fool card. That means a new beginning. The Fool is very wise. The Fool looks like a fool because he's standing at the cliff and he's looking all ahead of himself and not looking down. It looks like, okay, this fool about to fall off the cliff. But the thing is the Fool trusts the divine. The Fool is very, very wise and trusts what is ahead and knows that nothing can be messed up. He can't mess up anything. And he's standing there with an alligator with one foot off the edge, off the cliff. But he's not worried about it. He understands that he has guidance. His path is illuminated. The sun is above him and in front of him and all around him. There's joy in his heart because he trusts. Next, you have the Ten of Pentacles. It may feel like an uphill battle right now as you pick up all the pieces, as you learn about all aspects of yourself or more aspects of yourself, as you pick up the pentacles to head up to your dream. right? You see the heel there, and the pentacles are up the heel. So you're traveling up, and going into this internal space may seem scary, and it may seem like an uphill battle. But Spirit is saying when you get to the top, though, you're gonna look back at how far you've come, but you will have made it to where it is that you want to be. And then you'll be on to the next thing that you want to have. The journey never ends. It's ongoing. And if you see at the Ten of Pentacles card, there's like family gathering up there. Some of you all may want family. Some of you all may want to get married and have kids. But maybe there's parts of you that you need to become more familiar with so that you can change your internal world so you can manifest that external world. So this is your closeout message, Taurus. This is the message. Okay? All right, Taurus, that is what I have for you. I hope that this resonated with you. I hope this gives you some type of support, some to activate some soul wisdom with you to help you access higher wisdom and knowledge. I hope that this, you know, get some things stirring in you so that you can go ahead and create and have the life that you want. I send you peace, I send you light, and I send you love. And until next time, peace.